Hello, everybody, and welcome to Radio Chaos. Today, the group is going to be ranking the top 5 minigames in Kirby's Rainbow Carnival.
I'm
Woo!
I'm Preston, but you can call me Preston the Magnificent. Wait, scratch that, reverse it.
What?
I'm
I'm so
Maddie Beth,
confused.
but you can call me just Beth, I guess.
Hi. Oh, you go first.
Hi, I'm Purple Riolu, aka Maddie.
Hi, I'm Octoboy, aka Logan 2. It's me, the best one here.
Highly debatable. I'm Tyler, the LOL boy, but you can call me Tyler. Definitely the best one here.
Also debatable.
Woo! So,
Yeah.
Kirby's Rainbow Carnival.
Love
Brief
that game.
history.
Everybody's
Brief history. This game was released in 2013 for specifically the PAL version of the Wii. It never left Europe. It never went to Japan. It never went to America. It only stayed in Europe. This game is basically Mario Party, but with Kirby characters, and every minigame is a Kirby like past sub game or something from a previous Kirby game. So it's very much like a ripoff, just in all cases. But we think the game is funny, so we decided to rank our top 5 minigames from it. We'll have the gamer girls start off with their number 5, shall we?
yes. So, Maddie, why don't you let him know what our number 5 is?
Okay. Our number 5 minigame in Kirby's Rainbow Carnival is Kirby Tilt and Tremble, which is
Ooh.
it's a really interesting minigame because it is based off of Kirby's Tilt and Tumble. Which, if you're unfamiliar, is a Game Boy game, but since this is on the Wii, instead you're playing. And so, basically, it's a 1v3 minigame where you're on a stage, kind of like a stage in Kirby's Tilt and Tumble. It's a 1v3, and so the one player person is like putting Waddle Dees on the map to try to get in your way, while the 3 players are each Kirby trying to get through the stage and try not to die from running into the Waddle Dees to make it to the end. And so yeah, it's a cool minigame.
Yeah,
That one's
really,
pretty good.
it's really hard
Yeah.
coming up with just a top 5 for this game, though, because there's so many
Yeah.
great minigames in it.
Absolutely. Tilt and Tumble was a good pick, yeah.
The other point, they got to make their list before us, so a lot of the stuff on their list we would have put on our list, but they already had it on theirs. So just by the way, if you're a listener, Logan, you want to? Actually, I know our number 5 very well. I'll talk about our number 5. Our number 5 is Quick Draw. This is a dual minigame that is literally just Quick Draw from Kirby's Adventure. You have 2 players, and the first person, and then it will say like draw, and the first person to press the A button shoots the other player, and they win. So it's very simple, but it's like kind of addicting to just do multiple rounds and try to be faster than the other one.
It's a good one.
Yeah, definitely.
Another great one.
I mean, everything in here is
So,
great.
well, exactly. I guess that brings us into Maddie's and my number 4. We're going a bit that fast through these, actually. But so our number 4 is Mass Attack Madness, which love this minigame. Again, so many great ones, but we had to make a top 5, which is always hard with these kind of things. But it's a minigame set, similar to like Kirby's Mass Attack, but it's a 1v1 duel minigame. Again, super fun. But what you do is you manage an army of mini Kirbys with some random copy abilities scattered throughout the entire stage that you're playing on. And then the player with the last Kirby left wins. So it's like you have all your Kirbys, and the goal is to be the last one with kind of like the idea behind checkers, I guess, because you want to have be the last one to have pieces left, and you want to get rid of the other person's pieces. But it's kind of hard to like describe it, but it's a really fun game. So yeah, now our number 4 is Mass Attack Madness. So really fun.
Mm.
Tyler, you want to go over our number 4? I texted. Did he just leave?
Yeah,
Oh no.
you really didn't want to talk about your number 4, I guess.
The amazing this game was just too much for him.
I'll text him.
Okay.
I have a feeling you didn't mean to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Logan, do you want to go over our number 4? His Discord.
I
crashed,
actually
apparently.
haven't played. I actually haven't played our number 4.
Oh. Well, you can still say what it is. It's the one from Kirby and the Amazing Mirror. The wave. Right?
Oh right, yeah, that one. Okay. So I think if I know this correctly from what I've seen of the gameplay, it's basically just like your basic free-for-all mini game where you just do wave races. Yeah. Not much more to say about it.
You're surfing
Another
across.
great one.
Look, you're surfing across these big blue waves, and you're jumping back and forth between them. And if it's really high speed, it's really
Yeah.
fast paced, and it's since the game that it's based on, Amazing Mirror, already had 4-player co-op. It was already made for that, so it's perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. Looking at like hearing y'all's list, I'm like, oh, that would have been a good one, but I'm glad you guys are mentioning them though, too. Because I'm hearing all these ones that I'm like, yeah, that would have been great to have.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
still put the 2 that you've had so far over both Wave Ride and Quick Draw.
Yeah. I agree.
Or coming up with top 5s is our thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we don't have top 5s. We have the right ranking, which means that our rankings are always absolutely correct.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Right.
should we get into our number 3?
I guess it's probably gonna be a minute before Tyler gets back, so
Okay. Well, our number 3 is called Meta Knight Fight. It is also a 1v3. And basically, the idea is that one of the players gets transformed into Meta Knight. And so they now are Meta Knight and they have all the power. So they're extra powerful. And they are fighting against the other 3 Kirbys. Sort of like a Smash Bros kind of thing. But the other Kirbys are assigned a random copy ability. So that keeps this minigame really interesting because when you, like every time, you don't know what copy ability you're going to have if you're one of the 3 Kirbys. You know, you don't know what your teammates are going to have. And so yeah, and then it's just in a certain amount of time, can the Meta Knight take the Kirbys down or can the Kirbys take Meta Knight down? Yeah, it's really fun.
I honestly don't think this one deserves to be as high up as it is because I find it's usually very skewed in the direction of the Kirbys. Like the
What are
Meta
you
Knight has a
talking
little bit of an advantage. Meta Knight has a little bit of an advantage, but it's not really enough for the Kirbys to not win every time. I think I've had one time playing this game where Meta Knight won.
Oh.
well, I
think that's a skill issue because I usually
Yeah,
win when I play Meta Knight.
that's what I was gonna say. Like, I think it's mostly just based on how good you are at Meta Knight, because Meta Knight's moveset is a little bit confusing at first, but like Once you get it down, it's really fun to just like power through the other Kirby's with it.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so I'm bad at video games. Got it.
I mean, is this really new news?
Honestly,
Look, I beat Poppy's Playtime, didn't I?
that's not
It's
a hard
not a
game.
hard game.
Hate to break it to you.
This Kirby's Rainbow Carnival, okay? It looks like a simple Mario Party game, but it's got some depth to it that only the truest of gamers understand.
Exactly.
Truer words have never been said.
All right. I guess I can allow it. Not as good as our next item. Logan, you want to take this one?
Yeah.
Our number 3.
This is one of my personal favorites. It is the Epic Yarn Car minigame, where this minigame is based on the Kirby's Epic Yarn game, and it makes use of the car Kirby transformation from that game. And essentially, it's another free for all, and each Kirby has to race through a specific course. And yeah, it's basically just another race minigame, but I really love it because of the unique art style that Epic Yarn brings, and I really love the mechanics of Car Kirby. It's just really fun.
And also because it's from a Wii game, this is one of the best looking mini games just in the game in general.
True, yes.
Yeah, the other thing we haven't mentioned at this point is I love how the music pulls from each of the different Kirby games with the mini games. And in a lot of cases, they even like remaster some of these soundtracks, like from the older Kirby games for this one. Really good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly.
Good pick.
Yeah. Yeah, great pick. So do we want to do our number 2s and then honorable mentions and then number 1? Does that
Yep.
sound good?
Yep,
Yeah,
that's
sure.
that should work.
Yep.
So our number 2 is Canvas Mayhem. So it's a mini game set very similar to the style of Kirby's Canvas Curse, but instead of using a lot stylus, like you would on the DS, you instead use your Wii remote to draw lines for Ball Kirby to roll out of the way of enemies. It's a really fun 4-player free-for-all minigame set on a Smash-sized stage, and you have to avoid falling Kirby enemies raining down from King Dedede. It's just it's another great pick. I mean, it's so high on the list, so I mean, obviously it's what Maddie and I ended up agreeing on is the second best Kirby game on Kirby's Rainbow Carnival. So
Fair. I like that
That
game.
is a
That's
good one.
choice.
I do like the Canvas Curse one.
That's one of the ones that we would have put on our list if y'all hadn't stolen it from us.
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly.
oh well.
I'll go over our number 2. Our number 2 is Air Ride Racers. Basically, you have like the first minute and a half of the first air ride level, and you're just playing air ride. That's literally it. Your goal is to beat this first level and as fast as possible. The way this one stands out for me is when you can go into the mini games tab and you can go do time trial this and try to get the best time possible. I still can't get under 130. I think Josiah got 129, which is insane. But I've just had a lot of fun racing against my own times for this one.
Yeah. And not to mention that there's also like the multiplayer mode of it where you can race against other people. And it's just it's a fun time, yeah. I really like the race mini games in this game. They're a lot of fun.
If you do some digging, this game's a rare one to come by just because it's only PAL version on the Wii, but if if you find that dedicated community, there's some people that are hardcore racing the Kirby Air Ride minigame. And I've seen a Twitch live stream of it one time. They were finding like these glitches to like cut through, get there early to the end. It's crazy stuff. Highly recommend going and looking for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially if you look on websites like readspun.com, you can see some incredibly amazing times. The community over there is really great.
Yeah.
Sure.
So,
All right.
I guess that brings us into our honorable mention. Do you guys want to go first?
Sure. We
Alright.
do indeed have some honorable mentions. Haha, get it? Because we're off the wall.
Boo!
No,
I think
not
Logan and I
Boo.
can
That's
just,
the wrong one.
Logan and I can just switch off. Our first
Yep.
honorable mention is Kirby Slide. This is basically just the slide puzzle from the e-reader game, and it's pretty good. It's a fun time.
Yeah. Next one is the Dream Course. I again haven't played this one. Preston, you're gonna have to tell me what it is.
Basically, it's like Kirby's Dream Course. You're playing golf, and your goal is there's only really one course, and your goal is
the golf one.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember. I just couldn't remember the name of that one. Okay, yeah. Thanks for the refresher. Yeah, it's basically just golf.
like the Super Nintendo game. And then there's Egg Catcher, where you have to alternate between catching bombs and eggs in your mouth. Pretty much just the adventure minigame there, but still good fun.
Speed Eaters is a competition between 4 people to try and eat as much food as fast as you can. So it's like basically just a spam mini game, which is like it's kind of like a very Kirby mini game thing, so it feels a bit generic.
Yeah, and that one and our last honorable mention, Crackety Hack, are both also from Kirby and the Amazing Mirror, which is why we went with Wave Ride over those two. But Crackety Hack is also
Yeah.
great. It's another button spamming mini game, but it's a pretty fun time.
Yeah.
That's
You
all of
guys
our honorable
covered-
mentions.
A lot of honorable mentions, but I think Maddie is going to elaborate on one that we have.
Yeah, there's one I want to shout out because I've played a lot of this one. It is based on Kirby's Star Stacker, and how it works in the board game mode is basically it's just the last person standing, just like 4 people each playing Kirby's Kirby's
Kirby's
Star
Car
Stacker. I said car. And basically, it's just 4 people all playing it. Whoever is left wins. And this one's a lot of fun just to play on its own, like not even in the game, in the board game.
Nice.
So,
yeah.
That's all I've got. You guys covered a lot.
Yeah, you guys covered a lot of good ones too. But if we had infinite time, I would go into deep detail about every single one of the amazing mini games from this wonderful Kirby game.
Same.
So, but
Mhm.
sadly, we do not have infinite time. So who wants to say their number one first?
You can go
I
ahead
think
because
you
you
got-
started it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maddie, do you want to take it or should I take it?
Sure, I can if you want.
Go ahead. Fire away.
All right. Our number one, this is my personal favorite. It's called Dimension Rift Race. So it is
Ooh.
based off of, if you're familiar with Kirby's Return to Dreamland, there's like these parts in the levels where there's like a rift that takes you to I forget what it's called, but basically this other dimension where you're like in a race to like get through this little side scroller level, and then there's a boss at the end. And so how this mini game works is it is one of those levels. It's randomly picked difficulty based on how far into the game you are at that point. And it's just 4 people, 4 Kirbys, trying to get to the end and not die before the others.
Yeah,
that's it.
that's definitely a great pick.
Yeah, I think that would have been number 2 if we had it on our list. However, our number 1, I think, deserves the top spot just because it does something that literally no other mini game in this collection does. It does something original. Logan, would you like to talk about our number 1 for a bit?
Yes, I would love to actually, because this is my personal favorite minigame. This is Gourmet Buffet. Now, I'm not sure if you're aware, but Kirby's Dream Buffet for the Switch, eShop exclusive, was actually based on this minigame. It gave inspiration to that game. So, yeah, basically, the whole premise is the same thing as Dream Buffet, where there are like different modes and they're always random. You can get the race mode, in which you try to get a bunch of strawberries while also reaching the end as fast as possible to get the bigger mountains of strawberries. There's like the battle royale modes where you just battle on one stage and get strawberries.
They don't have it's just the race mode in this game, I'm pretty sure. And there's no mountains of strawberries at the end. Yeah. Maybe there's like an extra mode in the mini games that's like the battle thing. But when I've been playing in at least the main game, I thought it was just the race, and then the end of it, you don't get strawberries. You just get like first, second, or third, and then you get points based on that. But it's the basic idea of roll down this race while getting bigger and gathering strawberries. There's only one track present in the game, which is fine because this is a mini game. But it is still just one of the most fun bits of the game to explore. And really cool that
I could have sworn that they had the other modes in the game.
They must be some sort of unlockable minigame thing, because like
that could be it. Or I'm just
Air Ride has
my mind. Also,
because there are time trials for Air Ride.
Yeah, so that's true, sense. And you do have to unlock those. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's our number 1, Kirby's Gourmet Buffet. Very fun, very good little racing bit. There's a lot of racing things. I think 4 out of our top 5 are racing things, actually.
Mm-hmm. Because the race minigames in this game are really good.
For sure. Yeah, there we have it. That's our lists.
All these are really solid picks. If you guys somehow managed to, you should totally check this game out. Or just like we were saying earlier, check out a live stream or a playthrough of it. It's a really fun game to watch.
Agreed.
And play if you get the chance.
Yeah, absolutely.
Quite good. And with that, thank you for listening to this special ranking episode of Radio Chaos. If you liked it, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below your favorite minigame. And comment down below your favorite minigame in Kirby's Rainbow Carnival. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.
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 If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to see more videos like this one in the future.